What's up, guys? We're back with another video here with P. First off, I want to say thank you for almost 1,000 views on that last video. You guys are absolutely loving it, so we're going to keep pumping them out. I just got a DJI Osmos Pocket, so I will start doing vlogs as well. I know someone hit me up about that. I'll start doing vlogs, so it's going to be 2 uploads a week, this and a vlog. Today is back day. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Is it 4:30 yet? 4:33. It just is what it is. I love coming to the gym around this time because, as you can see, ain't nobody here. Music is low. I can just stay in my lane, stay focused, tunnel vision, get the job done, go home, rest, go to work, do whatever I have to do, and get the fuck after it. So probably not going to be a lot of talking. I'm just not in the mood. I really want to come in here and kill. So if I have something to say, I'll say it. If I don't, enjoy the video. So first exercise is going to be the lat bias row on the cable machine. We're going to get after it. Let's go. One thing I did learn from John Jewett in terms of like lining this up is that you almost see like my butt cheek is hanging off as I'm doing this. So I have my right leg and I'm going to do my right arm. So it's lined up with the cable. So as I pull, it's here, right? Rather than go like diagonally, where I'm just like here, kind of squared off, I'd rather just do it right here. Everything's aligned, everything looks perfect. So here we only got 2 sets. But now that I'm on a bro split, I've noticed my physique is like way more bubbly and round. And I thought like frequency was the answer, but for me, and this is like bro science, man, I think I was just doing way too little volume. So now like that 1 week that I did a bro split, my physique is totally evolved, like, especially throughout the legs. My legs is like way more bubbly than it was before. My back, my arms, everything is way more round on the same food. So this is where it kind of goes, where it's like, don't listen to everybody on Instagram. Don't even listen to me where I say like bro split, is the greatest thing of all time. No, this just works for me. The same thing I just gave you that cue for this movement. You might like it if you're, going across the body here. Whatever works for you, works for you. You just have to figure it out. Hydrate. This prep has been the most, what word I want to use? I guess you can say like course correcting, in terms of just like, 1, finding what works for me. 2, like just maturity in training and just bodybuilding in general. And then also balancing it's not that deep versus the neuroticism of just bodybuilding in general. Because before I get like caught up in like, let's say the scale weight, or I might lose a rep sometimes or something like that, and I was getting really caught up in the details like that. Where even in the off season, this past off season, where I make tremendous progress just bodybuilding. Simplifying the process, go into the gym, train hard, get your sleep, have a solid routine. That's it. And then carrying that into prep, I'm way more relaxed. I can be present as a dad, as a husband, as a coworker, as a friend, all because it's like this is kind of weird, right? Because it is all consuming, but it's weird because like whenever you think about balance, especially in bodybuilding where it's like 24/7, I just sit there and just say like, okay, prep is just a background software, a software just running in the background. Tommy Styles said that, where it really shouldn't hinder much, you know what I mean? Where it's just like, you still eat your food, you still drink your water, you still train, you just lose fat in the process. So it's just like, hey man, just vibe out, have fun. It's not a suffering contest. It's just bodybuilding, dude. So go to the gym, just bodybuild, bro. So, first exercise done. I know I'm gonna do probably 4.5 plates on this. And I'm already warmed up. So this is where I don't have to go 1 plate, 2 plate, 3 plate, 4 plate. I can just jump to 3. Nice little feeler set. Go to 4. See if I want to take that. If not, 4.5, then we're good to go. Especially being this close to the show. No need to waste energy on like these sets. Let's get blood in the muscle and then pull the trigger. Another thing that I learned this prep that almost makes me feel like a dumbass in general is that with me maintaining my training performance throughout this entire prep, I kept all of my muscle. So I'm gonna send you a picture, P, of my side chest. And I'm gonna post right here. And then you can see the silhouette stays the same. Usually I'll get almost smaller as prep goes on. With this prep, it's like the silhouette still stayed the same, and I just kept getting harder and harder and harder. And of course the scale weight went down. But man, like with me just focusing on performance and making sure that I'm actually training within my recovery capabilities, flawless execution. Best prep so far. And it's only going to get better as I continue to prep in the rest of my career, where I just pick up these little nuggets of information of figuring out how this process works for me and how I can be more efficient in my process. Because at the end of the day, like I'll show you real quick. I had ChatGPT make this for me. It says, win the process. I'm not worried about anything else but today. The only thing I'm worried about is winning the process. The show's gonna come, and then it's gonna go. And then Monday comes, and then what? Your career still keeps going. You still gotta wake up, do fasted cardio. Still got to go and train. Everything keeps going. Win, lose, or draw. The game keeps going. It's an infinite game. So if you fall in love with the process and realize that the process is the reward, that's how you truly have fun with this. So win the process. Yeah, I'm going 4.5. So a back day is a little bit different than arm day, where arm day I kind of just like kept the ball rolling. Here, take your time. The back is a bigger muscle, requires more oxygen. Take your time in between sets. Make the actual set count. But obviously don't take like 5 minutes in between warm-ups and just waste your time. Be efficient, but be smart with it. Come on, cool. Come on, cool. Yep. Yes, absolute sidebar. But shout out to Gabriel. Shout out to Sip Drake. Shout out to Coach K. Because in this past weekend, really ish, I've been really honing in on my mental game. And I've been like one of those guys where it's like, I don't really visualize or anything like that. But to sit there and like put myself in this frame so I can perform at 100% and it's controllable all the time. Like even coming here, I have the opportunity just to sit there and get in like my flow state where I can just lock in. And like, that's why it's not much talking, because I'm here. And my flow state is calm. My flow state is just do the work. That is it. You know, a lot of people get all amped up. That's just not me, not very emotional. A lot of people like to get like really, really sad and think about like their high school girlfriend that cheated on them or something like that. That's not me either. I like to just say even kill. And especially being, I've been up since 2 o'clock this morning and I have the time to actually spend with myself when my wife and my daughter is sleeping, to kind of center myself and realize what I want today to be and take a second to put myself in that mental framework to get the job done. So I know I don't work today, so it's a family day. So I have to put myself in a framework of, okay, I'm going to go be the bodybuilder, Coop the bodybuilder. And then as soon as that's over, I get to come home and I'll be Kyrie the dad, Kyrie the husband, all day. And it's just like, take one mask off, put another one on. But taking that time to kind of sit there and put myself in that mindset of like, hey, compartmentalize, like Kobe and the Black Mamba. It's, man, like, shout out to those gentlemen. You guys are doing God's work, all right? Keep up the good work. Let's work. Okay. So, as I get deeper into prep, I don't like doing a lot of unilateral movements just because the boy gets tired. Your boy gets tired. So I was gonna do the Nautilus pull down, but I really don't want to. We're just gonna do a V-bar pull down. Gets the job done the same way. It's just a different tool. And plus I connect well with it, so. What more can you ask for? Why are you here so early? Cardio? Get after it, man. Oh, shout out to Ty. So one thing that, if you guys don't know, I love Axe and Sledge. I love Seth, right? Seth Feroce is my guy, dude. Ever since I really started bodybuilding, I remember like working out with my dad and being like, let's do a Seth set. And if you don't know what a Seth set is, it's like you do 100 pounds for let's say 10 reps, you cut the weight in half and you have to double the reps. So you have to do 50 for 20. And I remember doing that and being absolutely so destroyed. And like going to school the next day, and my chest was on fire. I went to the nurse's office to get an ice pack for my chest, thinking that was gonna help. It didn't help, obviously, right? But one thing that I really, what I really did, really the past year, was sit there and I tried everyone's supplements. Everyone's. Ghost, Animal, NutriBio, Axe and Sledge, what else? Gold Standard, all of them. And Rise. And I sat there and I'm like, okay, like, which ones do I actually like? Because I'm in that part of my bodybuilding career where it's like, I have to sit there and almost I feel like I have to choose a team, right? And I came to the realization, like, protein's protein, pre-workout's pre-workout, EAAs are EAAs. But whenever you get behind a company, you're going behind their mission. Not necessarily the product, if that makes any sense. Yeah, the product's gonna be amazing, but who that company represents, that's the one I wanna choose, and I want Axe and Sledge, so that's my goal. This is probably gonna age really well or really bad, but Axe and Sledge is my goal. So you gotta dress for the job that you want, right? So I got me a nice t-shirt. Use code Notebook, support my boy Ty. Let's go. Same thing. Touch it. And then get to work this next set. Shout out to Madison. Madison, we love you. We miss you. Please come back home. Fuck's you doing? Oh man. Even thinking back to like that old Dino crew, it was like me, Jay, Madison. Who else was there? Tommy. Man, what a time. What a time, dude.
Like 22, 23?
That was 22, 23. Yeah, 22, 23. Oh man. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. Yes, sir. Training is so much more fun when I just come and train and not have to worry about really much of anything in terms of like execution or anything like that. Like I said, oh, there it is. I found it, where I'm not thinking when I'm training anymore. I know how to train. I just go and do the damn movement. That's it. I'm not thinking about, oh, was this tempo the same thing as last week? Oh, did I pause? Oh, dude, just go lift something. Lift it till you can't lift it anymore. Obviously, don't be an idiot, but to sit there and say like, oh, I need like a 4-second eccentric, 1 second concentric, and I have to, not that deep, not that deep, just get the job done. And now that I like kind of unshackled myself from that thought process, I'm enjoying this a lot more. You know, I'm all for like progressive overload and all that good stuff. Like, yeah, sure, make sure that you're strong and everything like that. Make sure you know, you're checking those boxes. But it's also like, go rip some shit. That's it. So, you ain't learned nothing but from this video. Let's go to the gym and rip some shit. Strategically, tactically. And then grow. Dude, I feel massive. He was like, what's body dysmorphia, dude? He's like, I don't know who that guy is. Shout out to the bro split, dude. I've touched this machine once, maybe twice. And I really liked it. And I haven't touched it since really I started prep. So, I want to use it. And training can be just that simple. If you want to change up your movements every single week, do it, bro. I forgot who told me this, but Cody Montgomery, he really never did the same workout twice. Samir Banut, I think that's how you say his name, Mr. Olympia. He said the same thing, where he was like, I had staples in my workout, but I never did the same workout twice. And then somehow, down the road, we get here, where a lot of people like to overcomplicate. And I feel like the science movement really like pushed us towards that, because now we have a lot of information and a lot of people want to stand out and everything like that, which is perfectly fine. But Learning from John Meadows, like I revisited all of his stuff. And I was like, even Jay Cutler, just like find what works for you. And then send it. And then once that stops working, you figure it out again. So progressive overload obviously works, but like going to the gym and, you know, just like bearing yourself, that also works. All training works. Just find out what you enjoy and what works for you. You know what I'm saying? Pete, what'd I say, an hour?
Yeah.
We're 45 minutes deep.
This is the last one?
I got this, and I got 2 sets of reverse fly, and that's it. And I also did some like chit-chatting in between, you know what I mean? Like we're not going fast. We're just vibing, dude. Just vibing. Cause like me 2 weeks ago, hell, like 3 weeks ago, I would sit there and like be on my watch in like 3 minutes. Whereas now it's kind of like, are you ready? Kind of like ask myself a series of questions. Hey, is the muscle recovered? Are you mentally ready? How's your breathing? All right, cool, go again, you know? To sit there and being like, with the clock, it's almost like, I don't know. Can't really put the words to it. It's almost like a limiter. If that makes any sense? Like I'm telling myself I will be good at 3 minutes. So at 2 minutes, I might be good, but mentally I'm like, no, I need that extra minute. Yep. Oh, that's a big bitch. Ooh. Overshot that. Oh my goodness gracious. I didn't think it was gonna be like that. You're gonna drop down to 1. Do a back off. With Joe taking over my training, he programmed 2 sets of reverse fly with a short rest, kind of like a small muscle group, so you don't need that much time, right? So, because I'm me, and I love doing stupid things, we are going to just absolutely just blow up the rear delt. So if that takes 2 sets, it's 2 sets. If that's 2 sets in a drop set, then it's 2 sets in a drop set. But for my delts, something I learned from Joe is that he just kind of trained it like a 90s bodybuilder. And that's what I started doing with my arms and my delts. And that's where it's like, even noticing like in my check-ins, they're a lot more fuller. Even like my chest, whenever I did a chest on, it was like last Tuesday or something like that. Like it just still maintained that fullness throughout the week. And I think I sent them pictures on, was it yesterday? Yesterday morning, where I was like, dude, I am waking up just pumped. And that's where I think that I was like under training. Where now it's like, dude, I can just pull the trigger and see what happens. You know what I mean? Where last year, I kind of did way too much, way too frequently. Now that I have delts is a little bit different because I'm hitting those like twice a week. But for back, bro, just pull the damn trigger. You only get to hit it one time when you're training 4 days a week. I'll talk about that in a second. But just pull the trigger. You want to add in a drop set? Yeah, add in a drop set. You have 6-7 days to recover from it. So you might as well, you know what I mean? So let's get to it. 1 feeder set, make sure everything works and my shoulders are good, and then straight to work. We got that old school rump shaker right there, Playboy. But Coop, you shouldn't do drop sets in prep. It's too fatiguing. All right, that's all she wrote, dude. Let's go up there real quick and I'll talk about my process. All right, so I know I touched on the last video of switching to a bro split, and we switched to a 4-day split. So we're training Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and we have Wednesday, Friday, and Sundays off. So today's Monday, so it's back. Then it's gonna be delts and arms on Tuesdays. Thursdays is gonna be chest and a little bit of delts. And then Saturdays are gonna be my leg days. I noticed that with push-pull legs, if I did a push-pull legs and I did push-pull upper lower, it was really those leg days that really put me in the ground hard. And my volume was so low that there was no, with just like 3 sets of quads. So let's say like 2 sets of leg extensions, 1 set of a leg compound, whether that be a squat or a leg press. That next 2 days, I'm trashed. On the 3rd day, I start to come back to life, and then it's time to train legs again. So it's almost like I was digging myself into a hole, coming out from the hole, and then digging myself into another hole, and it was almost doing like this right here. Where now, this is week number, and it's like a week and a half of doing like a bro split-ish. 2 weeks, I think, maybe. And I feel so much more lively. Like sleep is better, my mood is better, not as irritable. I'm dropping like crazy because the workload is increasing. So my physique is coming alive. Because like I said earlier, it was like I feel like I was undertrained. I was doing too little within those sessions. Even though it was like the frequency was there, within the actual session, I feel like I wasn't getting enough work in. And sure, like training performance was cool and everything, but there was something missing. And then now I feel like I unlocked a whole nother gear within these sessions that I feel like I'm progressing all over again, being really, really close to the show. So we have our show plans already like mapped out of the year. And really just what I talked about earlier, it's like my whole focus is just bodybuilding. I'm not worried about anything else. I'm not worried about winning. I'm not worried about losing. I'm worried about my process and my process only. In bodybuilding, where you cannot play defense, you can only play offense, shout out to Joe, that I will just play my offense and I'll run my plays. And whatever happens, happens. I know I have the genetics to take this to whatever level I want to, but I'm more at peace being competitive with the man in the mirror than someone across the pond like Nas or Yemi or Ramon Dino. You know, it's just like I find pride and I find joy into looking at my check-ins and looking in the mirror and being like, Am I a better bodybuilder? But even going a little bit deeper than that, looking within my life and saying like, am I the best dad I can be? Am I the best father I can be? You know, I had to take a step back recently and realize that I was being oh man. I had to take a step back and realize I wasn't being the man God called me to be. But I think it's also the humbleness and the search of this continue to get better that I'm forever grateful for. And knowing that, you know, I get to wake up and be better, you know. For I have fuck. I'm forever grateful for the grace that God has given me to give me another day to be better, just to keep walking. So if life's hard, just keep walking. You might fall. That's okay. Stand up. Just keep going. Don't quit. Not every day is going to be a perfect day. You're not going to win every single day. Hell, you might lose for like 10 years straight. But one thing you can do is keep showing up. So, damn, son. That got deep really quickly. That got deep. So, thank you guys for watching. Sorry for the tears. Once again, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I have a great support system. People that want to see me win. And I won't let them down. Not me. And the win isn't even on stage. That's what I do with my family. How I treat people. Fuck the stage, really. I bodybuild for the character. Am I who I say that I am? And I say that I don't miss. Now, can I keep that promise to myself? Let's go and fucking find out. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys, I'm gonna do a vlog Thursday.